Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 3G's Fitness Podcast, 3 generations of fitness. I'm Coach Cisco.
I'm Coach Michael.
And I'm Coach Kyle.
And today I'm going to read a letter sent from one of our viewers, and it said, Dear 3Gs, I was wondering, as a skinny fellow myself, how did the three of you guys put on mass throughout your years of fitness? It would be very helpful and insightful. Sincerely, Felix. All right, well, so now that we're looking at that is all three of us have some pretty good mass on.
Yeah.
Let's just all kind of start where we all started from. I probably started working out like around 16 years old, and I was about $140. I weighed about 140. You were about 14 years old. How much did you weigh?
14, I was about 130, maybe, around there.
Yeah, what about you?
Pounds.
When I started, I was 120.
120.
I was skinny my whole life.
Yeah.
I know this, yeah.
Yeah, I was a runner, so I just used to run a lot. I never had like the muscular mass or any of that. And so let's start off with the old buck then. You were about $130, 130.
It's about 130. I just... All these magazines, we see back in my day, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have the computer, we didn't have any of that. We had a magazine called Bodybuilder, and it had all the guys in there from Arnold to Lee Haney to Mike Christensen, just massive guys, and I used to just look at that and I used to say, man, I love to get like that, man, how do you do that, And I found out, you work out, hit the weights and stuff. So I was in my patio lifting weights.
I think there's a little bit more to that for sure, because when I first started, I was starting to lift, but I was still skinny. Now I would get cut up, I get like the shreds and everything, but for me to gain size, I really just had to eat. That's all in the eating for sure.
I didn't have to eat. By the time I was 18, probably around when I was 18, I had like 16-inch arms.
Oh, damn. Well, you probably had different metabolism.
But I'd been lifting, like 3-4 years, and stuff. But when I joined the gym, that's when I really grew. And that's why, we had once talked about in one of our episodes about being in a small gym. I learned from these guys on how to get big, what to do, what exercises to do. But the one guy that was my mentor gave me the true truth about working out. And he used to tell me, he goes, consistency. Consistency is the most important thing you can do when you're working out. If you're consistent, you're going to grow. You look at your muscles like a balloon. You consistently blow air in there where it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I've always had that one word, consistency, all my life. It was all about consistency.
So
how do you feel about that?
I'll give you credit on that part. The working out part needs to be consistent.
For sure.
So when I probably stayed at 140 and I probably didn't hit 160 till my early 20s. But one thing is, going back to what Kyle was gonna say, was eating. I used to.
You have to, for sure.
It was. I remember El Torito used to have Taco Tuesday, $1 a taco. Oh, bro, $40. I literally would eat between 15 to 20 tacos on Taco Tuesday just to fuel my body. And I know it's like, but it was such a struggle back then because my metabolism was so like fast, and I'm pretty sure skinny individuals like our listener Felix is probably into the same boat. He's probably got an ultra fast metabolism.
Yep.
So it was just something where I remember it was a joke, but I was working already at a gym, and my manager told me, he's all like, you just need to eat more, bro. He's all like, you're only like 20, 21. Your metabolism's too fast. He's all like, you're working out consistently. And I was lifting weights at least 5 times a week. I was lifting weights, and I cut my cardio off, and I was still like struggling. And he was all like, nah, man, if this is it, like, so he put me on a protein shake that was more for weight gaining. I remember, I think it had like close to 500 calories on the protein shake. So that would be my post-protein workout. And then not just that, like, he's like, hey, Taco Tuesday, man, let's go. And he was a football lineman, so he could eat. I really couldn't. But then I would just go with him and eating a lot, and it was more of a dirty bulk is what we called it. It was like, it was dirty. It wasn't like, oh, but he kind of made it clear. It's like, you're only like 20, 21, Cisco. Like right now, your body can handle that, and it can probably go through that. Hey, your metabolism is just burning through it. But it worked. I mean, little by little, I was like, okay, I'm up 5. Okay, I'm up 6. I'm up like, and it was a long process though. I probably said to gain about like 20 pounds, it probably took me like from the age of from the age of 16 to like 21, 22 to gain like 20 pounds. And it was like solid. It did take me about 5 years.
So remember, Felix, Taco Tuesday.
Well, it's got carbs.
I didn't do no Taco Tuesday when I was trying to bulk up. Yeah, for sure.
How did you bulk up?
So I relate to this on a deep personal level because I also was a skinny boy my whole life, 100%. We can put up my before and after photos right here. But protein shakes for sure. But my protein shake was 1,000 calories.
So yours was 1,000.
Yeah, because I really I put a bunch of fruits in there, oats, peanut butter, all that stuff. I just made sure that each of my meals was always about 1,000 calories. And that definitely helped blew me up for sure.
Yeah.
Put on size.
Yeah, like I said, it's got to be something where you got to eat. You just need to eat.
Dude, what they say is you got to eat big to get big.
Yeah.
You know?
And usually if you are an individual that struggles to put on weight, no matter what age you're at, it's probably because your metabolism is fast.
Yeah.
So even if you are like, we're talking about our 20s, but I got my brother who's 34, and he's on the same boat. His metabolism is still fast, and I always tell him, you need to eat, dude. You need to eat. Like you gotta overeat. Like your metabolism is so quick.
You have to overeat. That's the word right there for sure.
It's like you can eat all the protein, all the things. Like we break down the macros, and I break it down to them. I'm like, you probably want to have like 1.4 to 1.5 grams per body weight of protein. I tell them to aim for that. Like aim for just more protein, but you just need to eat, dude. At this point, your metabolism is so fast that if you overeat, that will probably equate to like a regular person, and so in a way, if you are an individual like that, consider it as a blessing because you are a little bit of a superhuman. You metabolize through a lot of things quicker, but usually those are the individuals that really want to put on that weight.
And also really make sure that you're eating a lot. Like most people, especially the skinny people, right? They always say, oh, but I eat so much. But really, when you look at the numbers, it's really not that much. You think you're eating a lot, but you're not. That's how the body works is you have to eat a lot. You have to get a caloric surplus and your body will gain weight. That's just the science. So if you're not gaining weight, it's because you're just not eating enough, And
that's where, going back to it, you probably need to start tracking. Maybe eat 4,000 calories in a day and see how your body reacts after 3 to 4 weeks and check it out from right there. And if you're seeing at least some weight gain, cool.
Yeah.
It's probably working. But maybe if you're not, and your body might need more. You just got to eat a surplus. So
exactly.
And going back, you don't want it to just be all fat either. You got to make sure you're lifting weights. So yes, going back to what Michael was saying, being consistent in the weight room is got to go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's going to be the holy grail, the automatic for sure.
Yeah. And like I said, I would not do cardio, just focus on doing certain splits 4 times a week, start off.
Minimal cardio, so, not take out completely because that's still good for your heart and your lungs,
it was good for your heart and your lungs. Do about like 10 minutes, read a book on the bike or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But not enough for you to be burning more calories than what you already naturally do.
But I think eating is going to be important. And like I said, I think, Mike didn't really focus much on eating, but Mike, you also played football too. And I guarantee you in your high school days, you probably ate whatevers and that didn't realize it either. So I think you naturally were just kind of going to get big regardless. Plus with the sports that you were playing, you guys just eat a lot. Football players just naturally eat a lot.
Yeah, I ate a lot. I ate a lot. I eat a lot now, but I ate a lot back then, and once I got into high school, I was in the gym, constantly in the gym, not just there, but also in my neighborhood. So I would probably label me as a gym rat.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all I did. But I always knew consistency is the key to weightlifting. I don't really care who you are. If you're consistent in the gym and you train, you'll see some changes. Doing the right exercises and try to eat right, you're going to put on weight. You're going to get, you're going to get bigger. Your muscles are going to get bigger and stuff. So it's consistency along with good eating.
Yep, you got to eat. And like I said, and then the other thing too is also when you're working out, I believe we did an episode earlier about doing 15 plus reps as a form of lifting. Yes, it's a form of lifting. If you're trying to bulk up, you probably don't want to be doing that form of lifting. You probably want to go with heavier weight and probably bring your reps anywhere between 8 to 12 and see how your body reacts.
I would say just make sure you're focusing on progressive overload.
And that's where it is. I would go progressive overload.
Yeah, yeah, progressive overload. Just make sure you're making it harder for yourself each time.
Yeah.
Little by little.
You shouldn't be able to, like I said, if you did something for 10 reps last time, try it for 12 the next time. And then once you kind of get there, increase the weight and repeat that ladder back and forth.
Yeah.
That way it's always breaking the muscle down.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Felix, you just got to eat more, dude.
Yes, Felix.
Just got to eat more. I'll give you my mass gainer shake recipe. I got you.
All right.
Milk too. Lots of milk is what helps.
Yeah, hopefully you're not lactose intolerant.
Hopefully not.
If you guys have any questions, if you guys want us to help you out, leave a comment. Let us know. Weight loss, weight gain, performance. Let us know if there's something that you want us to help you out with. And maybe we can just dissect and break it down for you.
Right. So, different topics, different discussion stuff. Let us know.
So hit that subscribe button. I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
Coach Kyle.
We'll catch you on the next episode.